Judas was not a surprise. What you have to do, I have known you're going to do for 3 years. It's now time. Do it. There were no surprises concerning Judas. And we need to let all of that sink into us. Because we talk about the omniscience of God, the all-knowing reality of God, and the all-knowing truth of Jesus, and we don't perhaps ponder it, meditate on it, and let it have an emotional effect or a worshipful effect. Let me try to help you with that effect. This is what I do for myself. I'm just kind of doing out loud what I do with the Bible to help my soul feel the Bible. If you've ever been impressed with any man's knowledge about people, wisdom about discerning motives, you've known somebody, they could just seem to get it. They just knew. They were so good at discerning, seeing right through people. If you've ever known anybody like that, or anybody who could explain actions well, or anybody who seemed to be pretty good at looking at somebody and then predicting their next behavior. If you've never read anybody in fiction that somebody made up about amazing knowledge that they had of what other people were like or what other people did, or any person in history that you've read about who seemed to be remarkably knowledgeable, or any living counselor you've ever been to who seemed to just break right through and help you get at the nub of the issue where you seemed so stuck, or any scholar that impressed you with what he wrote or whatever. If you've ever been impressed, then you should be impressed with Jesus, and the difference should be something like the difference between being impressed with first grade math and quantum mechanics. I have been impressed with human beings. It's not wrong to be impressed with what humans can do. Psalm 8 that we just read yesterday said, "You have crowned him with glory and honor. You've made him a little lower than the heavenly beings. You've given him dominion over the works of your hands. You've put all things under his feet. They can go to the moon." Human beings are quite amazing creatures, and it's right to know that and give God praise for it. It's not an accident that Psalm 8 begins and ends with, "O Lord, our Lord, how majestic is your name." And then it celebrates man in the middle, and then it comes back and ends, "Oh Lord, our Lord, how majestic is your name." That's not an accident. That's a message. So if you've ever been impressed, and I have, with some human beings who seem to have knowing, then let that impression just exponentially explode over Jesus Christ in worship. Because the way Jesus Christ knows the world, what's inside the mind of the Son of God by way of understanding human beings, all of them, all 6 billion, is infinitely worthy of your worship.